Hello, my CNC brother or sister. I'm Garrett with IDC Woodcraft, and welcome to this weekend update video confession. And something I want to share with you that woke me up to something else that I need to do in the values that IDC Woodcraft carries. So we'll start this off with a couple weeks ago was Memorial Day weekend. And for those of you who are not in the United States, Memorial Day is a holiday that is set aside for the veterans, those who served in the military and did not come home. Died in action, died during service, something to that effect. And so Memorial Day is a day that is a national holiday for those folks. And we as American citizens, that day was set aside in honor of them, and we need to remember that, and often we don't. Now, as a part of Memorial Day and Memorial Day weekend, businesses run sales. And IDC Woodcraft is no exception. We ran a sale as well, as we do every Memorial Day. During that sale, I put out a promotion on Facebook where you got 10% off, and we were giving this 3D file away to anyone who purchased from IDC Woodcraft during those 3 days. Someone said, why don't you just give the file away for free? And others said, why are you trying to profit on a day that's set aside for such a sad occasion for many people? It kind of made me stop and think for a minute and thinking, what are my values that I built IDC Woodcraft on? And so the values that I embrace are, number one, is to help people like you find purpose again, especially if you're going into retirement and you kind of lose that sense of purpose and going, now what am I going to do with my life? But we also do other things that are outside of that, beyond that, as part of the core values of IDC Woodcraft. And that is to support those beyond us, give back, pay it forward. For example, we routinely donate to several organizations, one being St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And that is because my niece, Isabel, had brain cancer and St. Jude saved her. We also donate to an organization called Missing Alexis. And that is an organization that supports families who've lost children. And I lost a grandson, my daughter. She lost her son. He died in her arms at 20 days old. I mean, what a miserable experience to have. So that's why we donate to those, because they're very close to me. But this Memorial Day thing, it really got me to thinking about a couple of things. Number one is people go to serve to keep what we have in America, the rights that we experience comes from those who serve and those who've given their lives in that service. It's also, there are people that come home who have been wounded, and they live their lives out with the wounds that they carried from the service. And many of our CNC brothers and sisters served in the service in one way or another, whether it's military, fire, EMS, police, nurses, medical. There's so many services out there where people give of themselves and don't necessarily get recognized. But those who serve and come home changed, wounded, either externally or internally or both, they often get passed up. And so from those comments, it really got me thinking about that, and that we have so many brothers and sisters who found that CNC is something that is very therapeutic to them. And many creators are, like I said, from the service. They served at one time or another in the military. So I've decided that this is also going to be part of what IDC Woodcraft does to pay it forward, is to start contributing to veteran organizations that help these vets. So what you see here is our very first donation, a $2,000 check to the Disabled Americans Veterans Organization. And we will do this every Memorial Day, and we will do it on Veterans Day. So I just wanted to pass that on to you to say, you know, in the past when I've run Memorial Day sales, it didn't really cross my mind to do that. But thanks to those few people that mentioned something about that, of running a sale and profiting on Memorial Day weekend for such a holiday such as that, where it's not always the happiest holiday for many people. I want to make sure that we are doing our part in that way as well. So, to you, my CNC brother or sister who served and came home wounded in one way or another, this is our way to pay it forward for what you have done and what you have struggled with since. And I hope that CNC has been very therapeutic to you and continues to be so. With that, I just wanted to pass that on to you. So thank you again, and have a great CNC day. I'll see you in the next video. idcwoodcraft.com